All right, yeah. So we haven't heard from Mike Wang since October 14th of last year. And there's been an endless stream of complaints from the 2K community. And I'm a little confused because I've noticed changes in gameplay, but no word from Mike Wang. A gigantic influx of cheaters in the game have changed the whole gameplay experience for 2K's paying customers. 2K26 is unstable, and that instability is affecting the whole gameplay experience. And if you're anything like me, you're no longer investing into 2K. You're no longer spending your IRL hard-earned money on this game. And that's mainly because the amount of time that you spend on this game, learning your craft, increasing your skills, and the money you spend into your My Player can be easily undermined by someone who purchases a device and a script. Now, we all know defense has suffered since the release of 2K26. Probably the best defense we experienced was with patch 2.0, and that lasted probably about 3 days before the community started complaining and they reverted damn near everything back, rendering defenders damn near useless. Defense and the lack thereof has been such a huge problem on NBA 2K26 that it was one of the last topics that Mike Wang addressed before he went on his hiatus. Mike ended up asking the community if a defender is in perfect guarding position but doesn't put his hands up, what contest coverage will you expect on the perimeter jump shot? With close to 80,000 votes, the community seems split 3 ways. Hand down, man down, meaning the shot should be open, received about 32% of your votes. A 1 to 5% contest for a defender being in guarding position but still left his hands down, received about 35%. And about 28% of you guys felt like being in perfect guarding position but still having your hands down should receive anywhere between a 5 to 10% contest. The results of this post ultimately led to an overhaul in defense, leading to patch 2.0. As you can see in the very first bullet point under gameplay for patch 2.0, it says adjusted the shot contest logic to reduce inappropriately high coverage scores. In parentheses, was considered ghost contests. From a defender's perspective, patch 2.0 was just godsend. But from a point guard's perspective, patch 2.0 was a complete nightmare. Defense went from non-existent to overpowered with one patch overnight. Needless to say, 3 days later, everything got reverted back. And I gotta tell you, for me as a player, this whole experience was disheartening because upon release, I thought 2K was headed in a particular direction. The 2.0 patch provided such a drastic change in the gameplay experience. It made it seem like 2K just didn't know how to approach balancing out the game. One of the most balanced 2Ks that I've ever experienced was NBA 2K19. If you were elite point guard, you could play at the elite level, but lockdown defenders and rim protectors were just as elite, which led to balanced and very good gameplay. So my question is, why is there so much confusion in balancing out NBA 2K26 gameplay? Why are the contests at the perimeter so erratic? The dunk meter logic is all over the place. You can literally be the only player in the air, no other defender jumping to make a contest. Defender proximity alone will determine the size of your green window. And the way in which 2K chooses to make that determination is completely illogical. The dunking green meter goes from gigantic to a complete slither, a pixel of a green window in a millisecond, leaving no time for the player to make an adjustment to the new size of a green window. Now take a look at this post sent out by a script writer selling defensive scripts to NBA 2K26 players. It starts out saying, ready to take your NBA 2K defense to lockdown status? I'm hyped to share the very first version of my defensive script built for smooth mirroring, smart delays, and absolute control on defense. This tool was scripted to help you clamp up without triggering those annoying steal animations and keep your right stick movements feeling ice cold. What does it do? It mirrors your left stick to your right stick after a quick directional hold, adds a buttery smooth delay so you never ever get unwanted flick steals. It keeps your right stick fully native until the clamp activates so you always feel in control. No more accidental animations, just that pure sticky defense like Prime Kawhi. I do my best to keep my finger on the pulse in the 2K community, and I know a lot of you guys feel like defense is still lacking on 2K26 even after the most recent Season 4 update. But as a point guard, me running the one, I've noticed since the Season 4 update that the contest system is more erratic than normal. Just yesterday I was playing a game where I broke the defender's ankles. He had his back turned to me. I'm at the 3-point line. He's at the foul line. I attempt to take the shot while the defender has his back turned in the ankle breaker animation, and he receives a jump contest that completely eludes all laws of physics. I've also noticed since the Season 4 update that way more defenders defenders are able to keep up with my dribble animations, and they're playing that sticky defense that the defensive script pretty much described. And I'm wondering if any of you guys are experiencing the same thing. Do you think the 2K dev team buffed defense without telling the community anything about it? I've considered the fact that on every new season update, we lose our max plus ones, our max plus twos. My lightning launch is no longer on legend, it's on Hall of Fame. That can most certainly play a factor into the defense seeming more aggressive than normal, but it just seems a bit strange to me that every single defender is now able to play elite defense on me and keep up with everything I throw at them. Personally, I like the challenge, and I'd prefer the game to be more balanced between offense and defense, but in my opinion, the change in defensive coverage seems so drastic that I feel the 2K dev team should have made an announcement if there indeed was changes to defense. Prior to the Season 4 update, I was toasting all defenders, but I also had Lightning launch on Legend, and I had my strong handles up to Hall of Fame. I'm currently grinding through these live streams. You guys are welcome to join us on live stream, by the way, but I'm grinding to level 40 to help get those badges back up so I can make the determination if there indeed was an update to the defense. As of right now, I can make the argument that either there was an update to defense or there's just way more people using defensive scripts and cheating devices to play better defense. Now, on the offensive side, I think we could all agree that it's easy to identify cheaters, but I feel like on the defensive side it's a bit more difficult to identify whether somebody's using a script or not. Since personally noticing the changes in defensive coverage after the Season 4 update, I ended up going back to the test results from the good folks over at 2K Labs. These guys provide the best insider information on NBA 2K. And by the way, if you guys would like a first look at this insider information, you could join NBA 2K Labs Premium, use promo code AllCity, and save yourself 20%. Diving deeper into contest coverage, it seems like jumping contests are the way to go if you want to minimize the impact of a shooter. And when you guys are jumping to contest the shot, 2K Labs found out that 2K is using your blocking attribute to make the determination on the level of coverage you receive. You won't see too many players out there with a 99 blocking attribute, but if you do have a 99 blocking attribute and you jump to make a contest, on average, you receive a 96% contest coverage. A 75 blocking attribute will garner you a 79% contest coverage. Even a 50 blocking attribute will average about a 67% contest coverage on a good time jump. If you're like me, you're out there with a 25 block. I have a 25 block on my point guard. I can personally attest that these numbers are true. On a good jump contest with a 25 block, you can receive up to 55% contest coverage. And from my own personal experience, I've received even way higher contest coverage than what the test results show for 2K Labs. I know a lot of you guys like to play hands up defense, and I see it from defenders quite often. There's a huge difference in your contest coverage between having your hands up and jumping to contest that shot. Playing hands up defense, 2K uses your perimeter defensive attribute to make the determination on what type of contest you'll receive as opposed to using your blocking attribute. And a player with a 99 perimeter defensive attribute will only garner up to a 53% contest. And that contest coverage drops significantly dependent on your perimeter defensive attribute. As you can see on the opposite side of the spectrum, if you have a 55 perimeter defense, you're only getting up to a 2% contest, attempting to contest the shot with your hands up. If we factor in, let's say, about an 85 perimeter defense, which is probably a good average for the good majority of the players, a hands up far contest will garner you up to a 35% contest coverage. Now, the reason why I'm sharing these numbers with you guys is from your own personal experience. I'm wondering if these numbers are ringing true for you, because after the Season 4 update, in my opinion, the contest coverage seems more RNG and more erratic than anything else. And I'm hoping that this video helps in bringing awareness to another core issue in 2K's gameplay mechanics. As always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts, so share them in the comment section below. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub on your way out, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.